length, breadth, area and perimeter. We have taken, so from here two attributes will take input value, length and the breadth, and two attributes area and perimeter will hold the output value. Okay, so in the get values we are taking for length and breadth, and there is a calculation area, a calculate area function where we are finding the area, and another for calculating the perimeter, we are finding the perimeter. Okay, and this returning is not required. Returning is not required. You can make all the functions void functions, and only you can call a display function to display the area and a perimeter. No return statement. No return statement is required if you do the void function, and in through another method, what is that, display method, you can show the values. Now you see the main function is here. First we are creating a object of the rectangle class, and that is rect1, page 487, and we are calling the perimeter function first because return was there and that was non-void. Calc perimeter was non-void function, that was double function. So we are receiving the answer in form 1. Okay, this is also happening with this AR1, right? So you are doing the same with AR1. So form 1 and AR1 you are showing in the main function. The other way if you would have done, that is void function you will make, then you put a display function, you have a display function, and you just call the display function and show their values, right? So then actual and formal parameters. Here is a mold function taking two parameters, x and y, and multiplying their value and returning the value. So it's a returning means it is non-void, it's a int function. Int mold function, int mold, bracketed int x and y. Okay, how it is used you see in page number 488. 488, whatever code is there, they will all remain in main function, right? So what is there in the main function? Length is equal to 10, width is equal to 5, and you are calling the mold function length comma width, and the result you are storing in the area. Hey, but here because the static is not there, you need to create the object of the class. So you have to write the class name. Suppose class name is the x, okay, or xy. You have to first create the object, then you have to use that function which is not there, not done there, right? So your work is, this is a homework. This is a homework to do the main function and properly write this. Next is silence. So next is the I was talking about the formal and actual parameter. So in the main function, that is actual parameter. In the main function you are calling with the, so you are calling, suppose xy object you are doing, xy object is equal to new xy function. After that ob dot, what is the function name? Mold, and we are supplying two values. Okay, one is length, another is the width. So the length and width are the actual parameters, because width, length and width, because we can also send x and y. Another time we will call ob dot mult. This time we will not putting length and width, we are putting directly value 5,15, or we can give some other variable x, y. So there, which variable? There, which parameter? Actual parameter. But formal parameter is with the function, right? Inside the function definition. That is, what is the function name? Mult. How it is written? Public static is not there, it is missing. It is there, right? Left side. So public int mult, and you are giving the parameter. What are the parameters? X, y. Int x, int y. And here actually something is there. But what I want to say, this in the function definition, x and y, whatever is there, they are formal parameter. And what is in the main function, what is there? Actual parameter. Okay. In the main function. Public static void. So I am doing already your homework. Okay. So I have written half of your homework. Okay. Complete. Little left to complete. Okay. So these formal or actual parameters can be primitive. I have written primitive. We have written x primitive. So int length, that is primitive, is equal to how much is written in your book? Int length is equal to 10. So they can be also another is what? Width is given what? 5. Acha, mult is giving the answer, no? Yes, area. So I can have another variable area. All are integer. They are all primitive. And we are sending the primitive value. So this one will be stored in the area. Almost it is completed now. Okay. Not all fully completed. So area is the primitive, length and width also primitive. So they can be also composite. That means you can send composite and receive composite or reference. But composite or reference means a object. Okay, an object, or that is the object of a class. So you can send object and receive object. So we have discussed about returning from a method, return statement. Here is another function, positive function. Positive function is taking integer value and returning what? A Boolean value. Boolean value, how it is returning? If x is greater than equal to 0, it is returning true, otherwise it is returning false. Positive, you see another function. No, positive is used in the test function. That is the main method of this. Page number 489. Come to the page 490. Here, scope of the variable is discussed. Scope of the variable. Scope. What are the different variables? Four types. First is instance variable, then class variable, then parameter variable, another is the local variable. Class variable. Class variable is the static. So class variable and instance variable are kept in the beginning of the class. But parameter variable are present in the prototype, in the signature of the function, parenthesis. Whereas the local variable is present inside the method. Okay. So local will work in the method only, because it will be created in the method and also die in the method. It will be created in the method and also die in the method. Who? Local variable. Parameter is created in the method prototype. Okay, and it will be over when when the method is over. So after the method, in another method, it is not used, right? Because it is no more there. So which one can be used in all the methods? Class variable and a instance variable. They can be used in all the methods because their scope is the class scope. Right? Their scope is what? Class scope. Here is a program. Hey, it is testing whether a triangle is right angled or not. For that it has to take 3 parameters, but it is wrong here. How many parameters taken? 1 parameter. No, 3 parameters. So side 1, side 2 and a hypotenuse. If first side 1 square plus side 2 square is equal to hypotenuse square, then you will return true. Okay. So it will test it. It will come true or false. So you can return that value. That is also okay. Instead of storing it value, directly you can return the result. Okay. Another program in 491 you see, see average prints sum of the squares finding, average of the squares finding, maximum of two numbers finding, three functions. All the three functions are non-void functions. First function returning a integer, second returning a double, third returning a integer. Okay, because sum square is divided by 2, that's why it is making them double, because answer will come in point. Otherwise, sum square and a maximum, they can simply return int. So they are used in the main function. Object is created, class name is calculate, object name is cal. Two values are taken from the keyboard with the scanner object kb. So in the name of A and B, and they are sent to the function, and every time something is coming stored, something is returned, and we are storing and printing them. Come to 492. This is a time class. Time class, but hours and minutes are taken as parameter to find total number of minutes. So hours you will multiply with the 60 and add minute and you get the total minutes and return it. Okay. So in the main function, two values are taken and we are calling the function, and the function is giving the value total number of minutes, and we are storing it in mm, and we are storing it in total minutes and showing it. Next program 492. See, this is taking three arguments. One duration is there. This time we will add the duration and find out the new, new hour and a new minute. Previous program was finding the total number of minutes by converting the hours into minutes, but this is not that. This is taking a hour and minute, adding some minutes, and finding the new hour and a minute. So for that you require, when you do by 60, after adding, the sum is there. Okay, adding what? You are finding the hour into minutes, then adding the minutes, adding the duration, then you are finding the total minutes, and total minutes divided by 60 is your hour, and modulus 60 is your remaining minutes. Last program. Okay, in this you are taking the international time, like 13, 13 colon 30. 13 colon 30 will be converted to 1:30 PM. So this program is doing that, taking some, taking the railway time and converting into AM to M time. how it is doing? See, there is a formula it is using for finding the hour. What is the formula? Hours plus hours plus 11 modulus 12 plus 1. This will give you hour. Yes. Hey, this will give you hours. And how will you, and a minute is simply will show. Whatever minute, suppose I am giving 13 colon 30, 30 we have to simply show 30, but 13 we have to convert to 1. So that is the formula. Okay.